Man, it's literally a bench seat
for
for
those of you
7
that haven't
hours.
seen it, it's about the size of my cell phone. Is the back of his truck.
Well, anyways, here we do have Hines making his debut here, so his other 3 teammates are in the same heat.
I did not realize we had Richard playing.
Oh, Richie Hines, the monster.
Those of you that don't know Richie Hines, he's an excellent human being.
Oh, dude, Richie Hines is, well, one, he's super into sports and he watches every sport. He's a diehard like Mets fan. I think he likes the Jets too. So I honestly hate every team he likes. But you know, he's a really good dude.
So who are you picking for this one? I'm thinking it's going to be Hines or Lethal. I think Lethal's just going to surprise us and pull this one out.
You know, Lethal was known for free for all. He came out from the Combine in the 2010 Halo 3 season. So MLG used to do this thing where you used to find, young talent, and Lethal came out. He was destroying him and Amish Acorns for some names to throw back there.
Amish Acorn, that's going back.
Oh, way back there. But so, you know, Lethal's definitely in there, but you know who I'm keeping an eye on is Sudus too, because FFAs are like right up the Sudus alley. You know, Sudus have always kind of been known to not maybe be the smartest of players, but they're known to have a good shot.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm thinking there's a very, very good chance that Sudus 2 can make it, and this is his home turf.
Yeah, this is definitely a home game for them.
Oh yeah, this is their stomping
ground. I'm not
grounds.
sure how close they live, but I feel like every time they tweet, they're here.
This is their pond they fish in.
Yeah.
You know. There was no following that up. I set you up to fail, buddy.
No, I wasn't ready for that because I forgot that you like to fish and go horseback riding and catch catfish with your hands.
That's called
like that.
doodling. Oh, well, we get the triple. We're still on board with Lethal here. You saw that Nate hit indicator and showed that he hit him, and there's a guy weak in front of him.
Maniac to drone.
Yeah,
gotta
Maniac to drone. The guys for BTH have such a personality.
Now, there's a chance they may just tackle each other mid-game.
Yeah.
Watching some of their scrims was the highlight of my life.
Dude, it's honestly it's like Jersey Shore meets Halo.
So Lethal would be Snooki. Pretty sure he'd be Snooki.
Yeah. It's too funny. So I was still on board with Lethal here. You know, we see, you know, that he's kind of been holding purple, and it is a power position, but you actually have to be very, very careful with it because since it's the power position, everyone wants to get in that area. So you have to have your head on the swivel. You have to really be paying attention. Ooh.
Yeah, top middle's tough for a free for all because it's not like you have a team that is pushing one side. So you can be shot from anywhere, and it's just, especially now with like the column setup we talked about. It's just there's too many gaps, too many holes to I think really effectively stay up there long. I think top purple and your top base is going to be the big place to hang out.
Absolutely. Lethal spots a guy. He's got another guy, and the carbine. That's another buff that happened, man. That carbine shreds.
Yeah, I haven't tried it a ton,
really?
But I've been lit up by it a couple times. Now, the first thing I want to try was the light rifle, which, I mean, that thing is quick now.
Yeah, hands down.
I'm just so excited about the VR, that's pretty much all I'll use.
You know, I think the big thing why, you know, the carbine doesn't get the much love as it should is because when you zoom in, you kind of get like a decreased visibility, you know? You get in and it's like you're looking through a pea.
Yeah.
It's all green.
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
Yeah, but you know, they straightened out the bullets, so you always know where your bullets are going to be hitting, and it's more consistent. You come in 7 shots, and it's basically as quick as you can pull the trigger and you can shoot.
I believe with a couple of the weapons, I think with the DMR and the light rifle, they decreased the auto effectiveness at range. I don't know how much they decreased the range, but I think with the carbine it was actually buffed, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, you know, it's definitely a weapon you're going to be seeing used a little bit, but you know, the big thing, man, the VR is home. You know, Ghost Army did a really good job at bringing that VR out, you know, because at the beginning you had all the different loadouts and everything like that, but really, you know, it was all about the VR.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people were pushing him for the DMR, and I was with him. I thought that was crazy. I mean, that's one of the reasons I never really got too into Reach, because I just didn't like the concept of a DMR as a starting weapon. But, yeah, he was, I mean, looking back, he was quite wise to do the VR start.
For sure. Well, we do have Maniac leading the pack, and then as you saw in 3rd place, we did see Richard Hines. And one of the things about Richard Hines is it's a way
real quick, though, can we agree on one thing?
What?
That's the first and only compliment Eric gets the rest of the day.
Oh, Ghost? Yeah, hands up.
Okay.
That's irrefutable. That's his one. But so, you know, Richie Hines kind of got his debut in the Halo scene through free-for-all as well. In Halo 2, you know, he was very, very young. He was able to travel to, I think, 6 events throughout Halo 2.
Pretty much everyone does. Yeah. I mean, like, it's just not, you can't just hop on a good team. You can. And typically, it doesn't really matter how good you are. If you're on a team that's average, it's not that easy to shine. So, typically, a free-for-all is where it's going to be done.
Richie Hines embarrassing NB tie, and that's going to actually make him chip away at this lead here. And you know, even still, Maniac is just on a terror. He's up by 5 kills over Hines, and I think Hines may be in second place.
I hate that most players haven't taken the time to switch their tags, which I understand why. You're playing a free-for-all, but it takes me a second to figure out who we're actually watching since they don't have their names on there.
Yeah, God knows you're on a first-name basis with everyone these days.
You know me.
No, I do. You grind.
Yeah, I like playing. It's fun, especially with the new update.
Yeah, especially with Ola on your team.
Yeah, he pretty much carries me every single day.
Yeah, and I don't even think if you've gotten to shred smarter, but it's okay.
No, nothing's helped me. We even like sometimes go back and we'll watch his gameplay, and it scares me. He's a freak of nature. But no, it hasn't really helped me at all because I think I'm too dumb to learn.
Richie Hines is going to be taken out at red base here. Spots the guy coming out right in front. He may push it, and that's one of the things that you do have to be wary about is when to push and when not to push. And when you're coming off that like purple-red spawn, purple-blue spawn, it's almost better to kind of take your time and wait to see if any red dots are around you, and if they're not, then you can kind of push up.
You'll see kind of 2 definitive styles here. Like I'm the person that doesn't care about deaths. I will just push and push and push and push and push and push. Or you'll have the other person kind of works to set up, pick people off, which that's I'm trying to think what Nick would always because of the unwelcome visitor that just jumps into all the battles and picks off kills. Yep,
and that's like we were talking about last time. The sprint changes the game so much for free-for-all, and someone asked me what's the difference between, sprint, or like this Halo versus other Halos in the past in free-for-all, and the sprint changes everything. Like, we didn't see too many pros actually play free-for-alls in Halo Reach when it was no bloom, or when it was sprint with Bloom. So I didn't really get to watch a lot of it, but with no Bloom, no sprint, we kind of saw the same thing, but you fight those long-range battles a little more.
And more than any other Halo, in my opinion, you need to get that first shot. It's not that like the BR is necessarily that much harder in past Halos, but this is definitely the easiest game to shoot and kill. I mean, I don't think that can really be disputed. It's very, very, very hard to come, from down shots. Even if it's one shot, like people, the skilled players don't really miss in most battles. So getting that first shot is huge, and that's where the sprint comes in. Because how many times have you and I just got picked off because we're running around like a couple of crazies?
Run around the corner, jump up, down 3 shots.
And you'll notice, especially in this Halo, like once I get down shots, that's when I attempt to do crazier things, and they never work.
Well, the one thing I do like about this update, and I know we're talking about it so much because we're just so happy, but the one thing I really do like about this update is that strafing has become more relevant. It's not all about just jumping at the other person or kind of strafing and then jumping again. We're actually seeing as the crouch is making its presence
I like the crouch. I mean, the only 2 people that I can really go at every time because they have a block on me would be Diesel and Ninja. I mean, they can't really kill me.
Well, Diesel, has he killed anyone ever?
I'm not sure.
I remember he challenged me in Murder Miners, and I literally slapped him. He's in the crowd right now. He's having a good time out there, buddy. I love you, Diesel.
3rd best coach.
Oh, man, this is fun. This is fun. Well, jumping on board with Maniac here, we see as he spots a guy in blue base. And, the one thing that's interesting about Maniac is that, I think Maniac was one of those players. I don't know if he got known through free-for-all or where he even came from. I think he went to one event in 2007 for Halo 2, but other than that, Maniac, the only thing that sticks out... Oh, dude, his vines are the best. The only thing that really sticks out to me about Maniac is that at the 2009 Major League Gaming National Championship, he was on the 7th seed team, or the 7th or the 5th seeded team, and somehow they end up winning the national championship. Like, wow. What? It's Maniac. Like, when you hear Maniac, you don't think national champion, right?
I think new gamer tag every day. It's typically what I'll think.
Yeah, it was a strange, but that was one hell of an event.
I'm looking forward to see Goofy play in this free-for-all. I know not a lot of people are probably familiar, but he was actually outside of the country until, 4 days ago. So he hasn't had the time to practice like a lot of other people, but Knowing him, he's young.
Oh, yeah.
He's got it.
For sure. And there's actually no one from Warriors on right now in this heat, so. But, you know, the one thing I want to tell, as soon as this guy dies, I really want to see where everyone's at, because I haven't paid a lick of attention to places. I've just been watching shots.
Yeah. Just enjoying the
Wait
beauty
for
of
it.
the 4-shot. Please check your score.
No? All right, we'll talk later, bro.
Someone has 33 and someone has 30.
Well, Maniac has 33, and we're still on board with Maniac. Oh, there we go. 33, 31, 30, 30, 30. So it looks like there's another three-way tie for third, fourth, and fifth once again. And that's normally how it really works.
And we have Richard, it looks, in 6th right now.
Yep. Well, anyways, here, well, you know, the big thing about Richie Hines is that if you would expect him to want this more, just because, you know, he's the bait for his team, right? Like, essentially, he's the bait. Like, he's always starting every single push, no questions asked. And so for him, this is kind of like a showcase of his skill for the free-for-all. But, you know,
he's going to clutch it.
There's some times where the gods are against you. The Guardians, which I know most people in here probably don't even know about the Guardians from Halo 1.
Or
but
as Lethal would say, LeBron's against you.
Yeah. Don't talk about LeBron ever. But so, you know, sometimes the Guardians are against you, and there's nothing you can do. You get killed, you get your kill stolen, you know, it's just how it works.
Yeah, I mean, I know some of the worst I've done. I mean, I love free-for-alls, and some of my worst games, kill-wise, like, I've been shooting fantastic. It's just you have those stretches where stolen. It's very, very frustrating. And it just kind of seems to just mount. It just gets worse and worse and worse as the game goes on.
God, Maniac getting his brain just splattered against the wall with that bolt shot. And, you know, bolt shot, that's something you don't really see used much in this free-for-all. And that's just because, you know, when you pull that out, you got to charge it up. It takes some time. And obviously, it worked in that scenario because you could pick it up. But if I'm grabbing a second weapon, I'm either going light rifle or assault rifle.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I'm going to see how the automatic weapons do, because for those not familiar, they all got a damage buff. Not quite as much auto aim as before, but they, what were we playing the other day? I think it was it you and I? We hopped in and they had the saw. Jeez, the saw kills like instantly. No, Mick not. We're playing doubles, and someone had the saw, and you die instantly.
Yeah, no, that's
it's so fast.
You will not be seeing that in the competitive scene.
Yeah, but the assault rifle.
Yeah,
as well,
I don't know if
so fast.
I don't know how much you've actually watched of this, because I know no one hits the back button, obviously. But NB Ty just took the lead. He is up by, I think, a kill or two, and dude, he came out of left field. Really, what he's been doing here is like the most important thing that it seems to me, because obviously, you know, a lot of pros don't scrim this or you know, practice this online so much. It's normally more of like a warm-up. The one thing NB Ty does is that he spawns in the back of the base, and the first thing he does is he kills the guy in the base, and then from there, he pushes forward, and then by pushing forward, he knows that someone else around the map's going to die. They spawn exactly where he was at least one person. So kind of like it's a flip. So if you die, you know, gold side, blue, you're going to be more than likely going to spawn, you know, purple side, red. So he just moves up a little bit and cleans up the kill, bada bing, bada boom, moving forward.
Yep.
I had to throw it in there somewhere, you know?
Such fantastic analysis.
Hey, kind of a cornucopia of knowledge. Well, Maniac trying to claw back at his lead here that MP Ty has stolen from him. He's going to be cleaned up. Spinley in a one-on-one battle. Spinley actually able to get that. That's a big triple kill for Spinley. Jumping on board with, looking at Hines, and Hines, I think he just clawed his way back into third place, Maves.
What did I say? Said he'd clutch it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got so much veteran experience, and now we're starting to hear a little bit of trash talk here from Maniac, as Maniac is kind of on tilt. Yeah, he was up by about 4 kills, and now it's just, he's just kind of falling down, but that's the run. Then we're now finally getting into the final minute in 10 seconds, and
I'm hoping somebody dies
the
so we can
70
see the
seconds
scores.
that's when it gets crazy, Maven, is the last 70 seconds. And I wish someone would hit the back button.
Well, we just saw it for a second there. Like, yeah, you said Hines is in third, but it's still very, very tight.
Hines is tied with Lethal, 41-41. That's going to be the 4th place battle here. We're staying on board with Lethal. Spots the winner right now, cleans him up. That's a comeback kill, so he hasn't had the best luck recently. Down goes Sutton. Will he get the triple?
No, he's getting it. And he lived.
No, he won't. He won't. He did it. Lethal going to be taken out. 46, 46, 45, 45, 43. It is 35 seconds to really decide who's the leader here. So you basically have 2 deaths to work with, Maven.
It was interesting that person there did not want to shoot him. The one shot kept throwing nades.
One shot did not want to shoot him, so it's going to be cleaned up there. And now we have Ty going to be taken out. Richie Hines going to be pushing in the base. He gets one more kill. And now this is Lethal. Lethal's in the base. He's just trying to find a kill. Spots Richie Hines. Richie Hines smartly staying alive. Pops back out. And Son 2 is able to steal the kill. But great job as Hines has regained the lead for the first time in the final 7 seconds. Richie Hines showing his veteran experience. But Lethal spots the guy bottom middle. Oh, he stays alive. He gets the kill. There's another one. No shots. And he gets 4th place.
What did I say? Richie would clutch it. We have some Uncle Sud excitement.
Ooh.
1 Sud down and one to go.
Gotta love the community here, Maven, as we get ready to take a look at the stats.
Yeah, Richie just kind of, I mean, he was in 6 at one point when we checked it out.
You know, that's what we were talking about, the swings, and really, you know, a lot of